With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The veteran Matt Bryant set to rock and roll. And we are underway here on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go! At their own 22-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Get the flag. Rotate. Spell. Show an A.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Here's Cunningham from the gun. Looking left sideline, it's complete. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He lost two there, and it's third down.
40's mine. 40's mine. Cut. Take the edge. Go.
They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick West. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. And look here, it's an opening drive fake. But he will not make the first down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
Bang. Switch.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Being chased out left. He'll run it. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Hey, Alpha.
Second and 2. Flushed out right. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. After the incompletion, here now, third and 2.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, tight. Safety creep.
Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly, it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
Here's Cunningham. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Larry Fitzgerald there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down. Cunningham to throw. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the 1st down. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. 22, Jet, bomber. 22, Jet, bomber.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. On 4th down, Cunningham. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Larry Fitzgerald. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Broncos push further out in front. Bryant's extra point up and good. And it's now 14-0.
The score, Broncos 14, Vikings nothing.
And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. On 3rd down, here's Williams. He's got room to run past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings! Damian Williams, 94 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And the Broncos are going to get the football. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 30-yard line.
Off play action, it's Cunningham. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Fresno. Jam him. Jam.
Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Check 99.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 43 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 25-yard line. Now Williams. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, let's go. Talking loud, what? Here we go.
Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
But, writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Williams.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly in the play.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Damian Williams with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Hey, boys, we got 4 down.
To throw on 3rd down, Cunningham. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Nice touchdown, baby. Keep working.
A big play there. 76 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Strip that ball. Kill. Hit it.
On second down, it's Williams. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one.
Hey, alert three, alert three. 10.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
And this will be caught at the 30.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. So they hit the ball before it went 10 yards. I know that's tough, but you got to stay disciplined.
It is difficult because you're so eager to go get the football. It's that type of a play, but you're exactly right. Have to have the discipline to let it go 10 first.
So a first and 10 now in Denver territory at the 39-yard line. A give to Williams, running right. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. A gain of 3, second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
58, boys, 58.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a second and 11.
Brings up second and 11 at the 20-yard line.
Right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
You don't know no better.
Second and 11. Got his man. It's Williams. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. Well, that's just running the ball 101 because too much east-west, not enough north-south. Got to get upfield, don't you?
They just kept stringing him out before he knew it. He had hit the sideline. The kick by Bryant is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point's not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And the Broncos are going to get the football. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
Tighten up, tighten up. West.
Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
He's brought down.
Hey, 40's Mike right there.
It's a gain of 5.
All
Brings
day.
up second
Check
down.
3, check 3.
At the 39-yard
Hey, watch edge,
line.
watch edge. Check 24, check up.
On second down, here's Cunningham. And an alley to run. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 8 yards that time. Able to take off, and the result is a first down. Now a first down throw. Cunningham
Come on, switch it.
steps away to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
That's how we do it.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play. Really setting the tone for this third quarter.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad.
Throwing on third and long. Cunningham. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down.
That's caught at the 25. A big play there for Minnesota. 51 yards.
For the Vikings, first down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Hey, Haywood. 57's a Mike. 57's a Mike. Blue draw Corkers. Check. Big River.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the fourth. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. They give it to Williams, running right. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A 10-yard touchdown run as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. And how about this decision? Tie game, 4th quarter. They want the ball back on the onside kick. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the 1st half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the 1st target of the 2nd half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him to find him. Find him.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he's got Rome. And all the way home for a Broncos score. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Here's Bryant for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And what a return. He's all the way down to the 30.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
The busy night continues for Williams. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. They run it again with Williams. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
On the ground, this is Williams. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a 1-score game. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 3-yard touchdown run as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for two here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Cunningham. He's got a man, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Bryant's extra point up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Broncos 38, Vikings 31.
And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Gurley again here on first down. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
The 29-yard line.
Shift.
Again they run with Gurley. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
The 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage, and time is going to expire in this football game. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is